2 hours later. $2,000 later. $3,000 later. 6.5 hours later. Two seconds later. A few moments later.
One hour later.
A few moments later. A few moments later. Two seconds later. One eternity later. Day 2. Eventually. Day 3. One eternity later. 2,000 years later. Day 4. 1 eternity later. A few moments later.
1 hour later.
2 seconds later.
Hello, my name is Kesha Intan. In this video, I will talk about my product. As you can see, this is my product. It's a tissue box cover. It is 13 by 13 by 10 centimeter. For the base, I'm using a light sandy brown colored vinyl. As for the motif, I'm using various colors of yarn. And if you want to open the cover, you just have to undo this button. And as you can see, it falls apart immediately. Now, at first, I draw a cube netting. The length and width will be 13 centimeter. As for the height, it will be 10. After I'm done drawing it, I cut it out. And then I move on to the motif. So, for the motif, at first, I draw it on a carbon paper. And then I imprint it on the base. Because drawing it directly on the base is very risky. Once you make a mistake, you won't be able to reverse it. And then after I'm done imprinting it, I stitch it. For the record, I'm using the backstitch technique so that it can cover areas that I want. As for the areas that I don't cover, it's for the design. Now, as you can see, there are three motifs here. The first one is this two flower, and then this one geometry shape in the middle with the kind of a X with the square shape. And then there is the bamboo shape on the top. For the other side, I'm using two rings of flower and then a cat in the middle. As you can see, there are silver, yellow, green, and blue, orange, pink, etc. After I'm done with the motif, I move on to the side. I stitch the side, as you can see here, so that it holds the structure. After the side is done, I use the side to stitch this bottom part where it connects. And after I stitch that, I move on to the other side here to draw a hole here so that when I stitch this button and when I enter it, I can close it, and therefore the tissue box is complete. So thank you for watching. Good night.